Okay, so hello, welcome. This is our third and final video this week. We have been speaking about cybercrime, cybercriminals. I shared with you some information about what the unit has in terms of content. I already explained the resources, the assignment this week, that is a 5-paragraph essay. After that, I went over some very basic ideas of what cybercrime is, the types of cybercrimes that are, and some basic tips that we should consider to prevent cyber crimes and cyber criminals. And now I want to talk about the project for our elective course. Um, I am you are looking at how the course looks now. So if you remember, and if you are already checking, you have the welcome session that is already closed. Week 1, week 2, week 3, we already worked on them, and this is week 4. And we have the material, but under it, you have this new folder that is called course project. And what is the course project all about? You might be wondering. The idea, as I said in the previous video, is to um, share information with other colleagues, with their students, with our coworkers, and even our classmates. So to do that, to share that information that you are learning in this academic space, you will design a Google site. That is the first option, to design a Google site. Now, some students have asked me, is it okay if I use a different website? Of course, as long as that website allows you to design, to create, design, and polish a website where people can go, where people can check links, videos, etc. The idea of that Google site is that you should choose one of the topics that we have discussed. It might be cyber ethics, it might be privacy, security, cybercrime, and even some of the topics that we're about to discuss, the intellectual property and the digital divide. And based on that perspective, you can also explore more specific topics, because in each week, in each unit, we have studied and we have reflected about particular ideas, issues, topics. For example, the concept of cyberspace, virtual reality, codes of conduct, data mining, hacking, identity theft. So either you choose one of the big macro topics or concepts that we have in our elective course, or you can also choose a micro concept out of one of the units. The idea is that you feel free to choose the one topic, the one issue that you really feel connected, that you really feel it's important, necessary for teachers, for your coworkers, for your classmates, for their students, for our schools, etc., to be informed. And based on the topic that you choose, you will develop a website. The first step that starts this week is that you have to come up with an outline of what the website will have and will look like. Let's explore a little bit the first stage, stage 1. Okay, here you have some of the steps. Well, first of all, you need to decide who you want to work with. You want to work with another classmate in this academic space, so you are going to have a pair work, or you want to work with 2 classmates or 3. It depends. The number normally is 3, 4, maximum 4, but it depends. Not individually. We don't want this activity to be individually. We want this activity to be a pair effort or a group effort. So the first thing you need to do, the first step, is explore and decide who you want to work with. And next, as soon as you know who you want to work with and you have that clear, the next step is to know how you guys are, how you are going to keep in touch. Is it going to be through Moodle messaging? Is it going to be through Zoom because the two of you have, or the three or four of you have Zoom accounts? Google Hangouts or Google Meets, or a WhatsApp group, Microsoft Teams, because all of us have Office 365 in our institutional emails. It's up to you. You need to decide who you want to work with in pairs, groups of 3 or 4 maximum, and how you're going to keep in touch. As soon as you have made that decision, we move on to the next step. And the next step is, as soon as you know who you have as the person you or the people you're gonna work with, you need to select a title for your website. And with that title, you need to start thinking about what is the global issue or the ethical issue, the topic that you want to work with. No, when you create the title, obviously you're also choosing a specific topic. Please remember that is one topic. We don't want to have a website about 2, 3, 4 topics. No. If you're gonna focus on, let's say, you wanna talk about security, that is what the website is going to be about. Then you're not going to talk about, for example, the digital divide, or you're not going to talk about, for example, online communities. No, it's about security, and what you create, the website that you design and publish, will share information on that topic alone. A different story is if you choose a more specific situation like data mining, which is a topic that we have discussed and studied, but then everything in the website is connected to data mining. I hope I am making sense and you are following what I'm saying. Next, in a Word document, after you have decided on the title and the topic, you will write a small text. And the small text is just a very simple, concrete description of your e-site. So in that website, in that Word document, you should have the title. It should be imaginative, creative, attractive, hopefully. The topic, and some ideas of what the website will have and how it will look. Some preliminary ideas. Now, remember, we want this project to be about creating a website, an e-site, particularly for teachers. So think about your classmates, or think about your coworkers. Think about the people that you usually work with in your schools, in your institutions, here at the university in this master's degree. And the purpose is that you want them to not only know about the one topic, but also to be informed about some general tips or a decalogue. So like 10 rules, 10 commandments, 10 tips, suggestions that they should know about that topic, and also resources that they could use to explore, to get more information, to analyze the topic. So basically, here I am already suggesting the 3 parts of the Google Sites. One moment or one page of the website where we give them information about what the topic is, or what it consists of, if there are classifications, typologies. Next, a decalogue, like some 10 tips, suggestions, rules they should know, they should take into account. And that's the second page. And the third page is a collection of resources with some places where they can go to get more information, to learn more. They can receive, maybe watch some videos, maybe do some exercises online, maybe have a look at some lesson plans they could even use in their own classes. It will depend on you. Now, if you want to have an idea of what the website should look like, please click here, because there you will have access to an example of a website that I created using Google Sites about online communities. So the idea is that you explore the website that I created for you. Um, and you are going to notice that it has three sections, so 3 pages. Obviously, it has a welcome note. It has some information about students and online communities. That is about where I explain what online communities are and how they work. A decalogue about online communities, like some principles, some tips that I offer, and some materials, some teachers' materials, or some teaching materials for online communities. And notice that I organized, I that was my decision when I was designing. I created some preliminary sections here where people can go directly, and some here that they can all explore. Notice that when they go around, something activates, indicating that they can explore. So they can come here and find information or use this menu. The welcome note, that everybody should have one welcome note, explains who I am, where I work, why am I what is this all about. So the welcome note basically explains what the website is about. In this case, hello all, my name is Jamit Jose Fandiño Parra. If you click there, it will take you to my a website that I have as an academic at Orset. I am a full-time professor at La Salle University in Bogota, Colombia. I created this website to share some basic information with fellow teachers about social networks. Concretely, I want to share key information about social networks as a cyber ethical and social issue. The website has 3 parts or sections: Introduction to Cyber Ethics and Social Issues, number 2, a decalogue about social networks, number 3, teacher resources about social networks best. And then people can start exploring. They come here and they go to the first part of my website where I try to balance information about cyber ethics. So here they have some, if the people who want to explore my website want to check, they can explore some of these links where I'm trying to offer some ideas about cyber ethics, and because it is the basis where that I'm using to talk about social network. This is not mine. This belongs to other people, but it's a website that I consider relevant for people to use. The same thing they can do here. Go to another website with more information about cyber ethics. Okay, but evidently this is what under it, you have the information that I want people to know. As you can see, the information that I am sharing, is based on authors. This is an academic text. So that's why I'm using references. And I want you to remember that this is a website created by students of a master's degree program. Then academic language and academic content is a must. Okay, so people can go back, and then the catalog about, in my case, online communities. Here they have more information about cyberspace. Same thing. People can just come here, explore a little bit. The links, this is a PDF file that I think people should have a look at. This cyberspace, redefining a new world. It's some other material. In this case, another text that people can just have access to, that I feel will help my teachers, my fellow teachers. And then the decalogue, initial proposal, because I'm working on myself and it's just some preliminary ideas. And here you have some of the tips, the tip and some explanation, the tip or suggestion and some explanation, and the references. And the last part teaches material for online communities. Again, some additional ideas on what happens when people work online, so people can just explore those links. Here I'm using PDF files, as you notice, academic papers, as it is, and this is an academic space. But you can also use videos, websites, anything that you feel is relevant and important. Here I'm offering some videos, some papers on websites, and that's it. Well, so I hope the example will give you a better idea of what you have to do. Please then start working on the first stage. That is very simple. Title, some ideas. You don't have to submit anything. You will do that next week. Okay, thank you. We will be in touch. Bye bye.